the meantime. Okay. So yeah, class. Yesterday we have started that is related to Gandhi Irwin Pact. Up to Gandhi Irwin Pact we read. I hope you remember that. We are discussing CDM, right? Civil Disobedience Movement. Civil Disobedience Movement, we know that it was in two phases. Remember that it was in the two phases. First phase up to second roundtable conference. And after returning from the second roundtable conference, Gandhiji started the second phase of CDM. NCM, non-cooperation movement, only one time because it was started on 1st Jan 1920. It continued till 22nd, 5th February 1922. Then due to the Chori Chora incident, Gandhiji suspended. After that, no more relaunching. But here CDM, when Gandhiji started CDM, we know the economic condition of the world. It was facing the great economic crisis. Then we saw that three roundtable conference during this civil disobedience movement, or which we are calling as the CDM. During this launching of CDM, the British government called the roundtable conference. May I know what is the main purpose of the roundtable conference? You just listen within one or two words. Roundtable conference, main objective of the British government to call all the colonies, I mean, near about 56 countries, they were ruled by that time. All these 56 colonies, till now, they are existing. May I know from someone what are these countries called now? The countries which
The
were ruled by.
Commonwealth countries.
Very good, excellent. That is Commonwealth countries. Yeah, good. So they are now Commonwealth country and they are conducting the Commonwealth Games also 4 years into a year. Yeah, those all countries were called to give them some reform, some administration. These are that was the main objective of roundtable conference. So we know that first roundtable conference failure. Yesterday also we discussed that because of no representative from the Indian National Congress. Second roundtable conference, Gandhi agreed to join. We are talking, we completed our class with that. So in the second roundtable conference, Gandhi and then Viceroy of India, Irving, they made one pact. So Gandhi had some demand, first of all, to release all the prisoners unconditionally. During the campaign, those during the CDM, those who were property were seized by the government, that should be released. Government, even Gandhiji demanded those were though the this civil disobedience movement that main pact that was not released. I mean, the removed uh, without paying the tax. You cannot make the salt. That was the policy made. No. So though it was not even dismissed, but Gandhi demanded the people those are living nearby local area, they should allow to prefer the salt. Yeah. So that is also such type of important demands Gandhiji kept in front of Irvin. Irvin also agreed. Then Gandhiji agreed to join the second roundtable conference. So Gandhiji moved toward the second roundtable conference, right? Gandhi in this conference, mainly Congress did not honor the fact. Government would have often taken necessary action for the protest of the public. So some of the leaders were not happy with that. In spite of that, Gandhiji made the agreement and they went. Okay. Then Gandhiji reached the second round of the conference, open on September 1931. Please note down. 7th September 1931. Gandhiji reached the London 12th September, near about 5 days delay. Okay. Scheduled in all, 107 delegates attended the conference, the second roundtable conference. The future of the constitutional structure and representation of the minority were the two important issues. Please note down that what are the main objective, the future of the constitutional structure, how to give independent, if the British government is going to give independent, what type of government they would like to make, and minority. So minority, the issue of the minority also one of the major factor of this CDM. So may I know what is this minority?
So the Muslims and the Sikhs.
Yeah, Vinay Kumarji, Muslims and Sikhs. Yeah, that is the example. Vishnu Kumarji, any idea? Vishnu Kumar ji. Okay, so minority, in fact, the people who are less in number in a society, either related to the religion or the caste. It may be religion or the caste, less in number. So Muslims are less in India. So Hindus also minority in the less minor number of the people. So West Bengal within India, if you see northwestern frontier province, Hindu were the minority by that time. In the West Bengal, also East Bengal by the time, Hindus were minority. So the number of people, less number of people, either religion or the caste, that was called as a minority. So in this roundtable conference, on behalf of India, they gave concern, about the minority. These are the two, constitution and minority. So it was headed by the then Prime Minister of England, MacDonald, okay, Ramsay MacDonald, and he was very proudly fellow. And he only in that roundtable conference, even he did not discuss or talk to Gandhi, even he did not invite in the night dinner. So many insults they gave. Half-naked fakir, that was the word used by Ramsay MacDonald against Gandhi in that conference. So many insults they made to Gandhiji. In spite of that, on behalf of India, by forgetting the individual insult, Gandhiji attended. So those were the important principles of Gandhi. We should recognize Gandhiji's personality. Okay, so in spite of getting all these insults, on behalf of India, he digested that all. Anyhow, major problem of this second roundtable conference was they settled down how to give the independence. That was okay. But here, when they came to the federal legislature, they try to provide a federal legislature. What was the federal legislature? Two level of government. So this federalism, one way under, let me go to the federalism. Federalism is a form of government in which we able to get two level of government. One is the central government and the state government. For your kind information, you try to remember this federalism in India, we can get, or we can say it was a blessing of British government. 1919 diarchy, please remember that 1919 diarchy was introduced in India. What do you mean by diarchy? Dual government means the British wanted to rule the central, and they wanted to provide all the power to the state by making the province. Later on, they created 11 provinces. So these are the administrative structure created at the time of British government. Okay, so till now, you may know that in politics, you might have read that Indian constitution never mentioned the word federalism, but we are following the principles, policies of federalism. 7, 8 principles are there related to federalism. All those policies are the principles we are following. One of the most important policy was none other than dual government, two type of dual polity, or the two level of government that we are following. So they decided in the second round of the conference, they provided that dual polity. They made a plan to provide India dual polity. Another thing, as we reached near about 1931 to, by that time, our Charan, are you understanding? No, little bit difficult for you, but try to understand. Not that difficult. Okay, you are very smart. I hope you are able to understand. Very good. So, dual government, two government. Okay, that was federalism was introduced. Another one was minority. So, in case of minority, they Gandhiji was dissatisfied. The British government in the second roundtable conference, they raised the question of that is none other than to give the right to the minorities. As a result, one more point I would like to add here, for the minorities, they made one act, 1909, Morley-Minto reforms. I hope you remember that we read already. Morley-Minto reform, 1909. During that Morley-Minto reform, they created a separate legislature to the Muslims or the minorities. The same thing they wanted to make here. Separate legislature seat for Sikhs or the Muslims, whoever minority, even in the West Bengal and the East Bengal and Northwestern frontier, for the Hindus, they wanted to reserve some seats related to the minority. Charan, did you get it? Minority?
Yes, sir.
Can you say what is minority? Who were the minority?
British.
No. Who British considered to whom as a minority?
Higher.
Yeah, Charan. Yeah, Charan. To whom British government consider
Yes,
as a
sir.
minority? By the time you are off in the class,
There,
when
sir.
Vikramji, you are there, did you listen to what Vikramji told? So the people who are less in number, either religion or caste, they were considered as a minority. Please note down, Charan, the people who were less in number in a population, okay, those are less in number, either religion or caste, they were considered the minority. Please note down that. So yes, class, as minority was a main issue, they created some seats for the minority,
Sir, can you
and
tell again,
along
sir?
in a society, the people who were less in number related to religion or caste. For example, now if you go to Pakistan, you will get very less number of Hindus, you know. So Hindus are minorities in Pakistan. If you come to India, here the Christians, the Muslims, they are comparatively little bit less compared to the Hindu community. So they are minority, Sikh people. So they are Buddhism, Jainism. They are very less in number in India. So they are considered as the minority. Okay, try to remember that. Now, what decision was taken? Please note down, Charan. Okay, so in this regarding this minority, they try to provide some of the communal awards. They declared communal awards. So what was that communalism? So one more point you have to remember: communal awards or the communalism. Communalism, narrow, divisible, aggressive attitude of a group of people upon another group that we'll discuss later on. But now let us complete the communal rewards. They provided some gift to these minorities. What did they do? First of all, they created Ramsay MacDonald announced the communal award on 17th August 1932. Please note down. Under this second roundtable conference, based upon the suggestions, the Prime Minister of England by the time, Ramsay MacDonald, he announced the communal award 17th August 1932. What was that? In that, they declared under the central legislature was deferred for the time being under the terms of the communal reward. Please note down. First one, the Muslim Europeans, okay, and Sikhs would have separate communal electorate. Number one. Second, all the qualified voters who were not voters of the reserved constituency were entitled to vote in the general election. Next, 7 seats were restored for the Marathas. Certain people were given in Bombay, and different type of depressed class and Anglo-Indians were also given under the communal. So such type of in Bengal and Punjab, where Hindus were minority, they were also try to given some reservation. So this is what they declared in the 1932 from say McDonald. But because of this, another most major thing under this, remember, under this communal reward or the communal award in the second roundtable conference, McDonald clearly clarified that the minority have the right to elect the minorities. So they divided, once again, we can say indirectly, they adopted the policy of divide and rule. Okay, the British had the divide and rule policy. I hope, Charan, you know that what is this divide and rule policy. So British all the time implemented a policy to rule the country that was popularly called as divide and rule. They try to divide between the Hindus and Muslims. They try to divide between the, this is not new in India, everywhere. Whichever colony they occupied, they try to adopt the same policy. Okay, so in India, earlier they divided India in the name of religion. Hindus and Muslims. We know that 1905 they divided the Bengal, and in 1906 they created that is Muslim League under the Muhammad Ali Jinnah. That also divide and rule policy, because there was one, uh, yeah, political party, Congress party, but that political party, Congress party, they misinterpreted in such a way that Muslim people realized that Indian National Congress was a Hindu party. So they entered, they able to do that one, British government. So now also they try to divide between the Indians in the name of caste. Otherwise that minority caste, and this was purely the British policy of divide and rule. Gandhi was upset with that. So Gandhi was not happy in that communal reward declaration in the second roundtable conference. Gandhi returned back. By that time, please remember, by that time, Ambedkar, I hope you know the Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who had a great contribution on Dalits. He had a great contribution for the upliftment of the Dalits. Okay, and maker of the Constitution. The credit goes to him. We know that he made it when All India party also related to the upliftment of the Dalits. Okay, so he met with Gandhiji, and what he convinced, okay, we will not conduct the election based upon the upper caste and the lower caste, but we will conduct the election by giving some seats reserved for the minorities. Try to understand. When Gandhi returned back from the second roundtable conference in India, Ambedkar ji had a great contribution. He convinced Gandhi, we will conduct election in India not based upon the caste system. As British divided upper caste people can elect the upper caste, lower caste people can, or that a reserve constituency, only those people can elect. That all rejected. Then Ambedkar told, election will conduct, all people will elect to everyone, but few constituencies we will reserve for the minority. Gandhi also agreed with that, and that pact was signed at Pune. So that's why it was popularly called as the Pune Pact. Under the Pune Pact, they agreed to reserve some seats for the minorities, and that communal reward problem was solved here in India, and that was resulted in the Pune Pact. Please note down and try to remember the Pune Pact. And yeah, Pune Pact. I hope you can understand the Pune Pact, right? Uh, this is what the Pune Pact between Gandhiji and yeah, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, 17th November. Next, after the Pune Pact, Gandhi came back, and again, despite vigorous repression, CDM relaunched here in India. Again, Gandhiji started, but the second time when Gandhiji started relaunching of after returning from the second roundtable conference, when Gandhiji relaunched the CDM, Calcutta Congress held in 31st March 1932. Okay, again they started the CDM, but with this time, second time when Gandhiji started the CDM, we are unable to get that much of support from the people, because everyone know that everyone had a great faith in Gandhiji, that Gandhiji may bring some law and some support, some sort of reform for them. As yesterday we discussed the jats, the pratidars, the railway employers, the postal dockyard employers, on the trader union, FICCI, everyone had some expectations from Gandhiji's CDM. But when CDM was unable to bring any changes, second time, relaunching of CDM. Please remember, when did Gandhiji relaunch the CDM? One of the important questions every time they're asking. So this is after the returning from the roundtable conference. When Gandhiji returned from the roundtable conference, relaunching of CDM, relaunch of CDM. So in that, another great thing we able to witness here. What happened? Now, Gandhiji and Arvind, they made the pact. Arvind agreed with the demands of Gandhiji, but when Gandhiji returned back, there was a completely changing scenario. Arvind was disappear. I mean, in place of Arvind, we able to get one new Wellington, I think. Okay, Wellington, one of the new. Yeah, yeah. Charan, Tell Charan. Any problem? Okay, so I hope you are understanding. Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Under the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Irwin agreed the demands of Gandhiji to release the prisoners unconditionally, and that was the main demand. Lakhs of satyagrahis were arrested during the CDM. I hope you both, yeah, Mr. Bikramji and Vishnuji, I hope you are understanding. Okay, as he is a small little bit problem for him, but you try to continue, try to understand. Okay, yeah. When Gandhiji returned, we saw that so many leaders were not released. That was very upset. And for example, Nehruji, and here it is Northwestern Frontier Province, one of the prominent leader, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. May I know how he is very famous in India, Pravinji or the Vikramji? Vishnu Kumar and yeah, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, prominently known as.
Sir, last time I think you said this, just forgot, sir.
He was arrested. Yeah, just introduction part I told you, which was called as a Frontier Gandhi. Am I right?
I don't remember, sir, but
Frontier Gandhi. He was called as a Frontier Gandhi. He was also not released, and Nehru were not released. So Gandhiji once again relaunched that CDM. Okay, this is how the CDM was last by the 1932-33. Once again he started, but it was not that much of response by all people, and finally Gandhiji suspended that, and Gandhiji also arrested a few days. And after that, what happened? After the end of the CDM, when Gandhiji started the CDM, no response. So ultimately, that came into end by 1933-34. Outcome, oh yeah, third roundtable conference. In the meantime, they called the third roundtable conference. In the third roundtable conference, very limited people from India and around 46, 47 trustworthy Congress people only invited. Gandhiji did not attend that. And yeah, the result of the third roundtable conference was yeah, Government India Act of 1935. They released the Government India Act of 1935. So many reforms they gave, and that was popularly called as mini constitution. When we prepared our constitution, by that time also we have taken some reforms from this Government India Act of 1935. This is the second phase of Gandhiji's movement, that is a CDM. Okay, on the third movement we'll see 1942, and that was called as Quit India Movement. Quit India Movement. But before going to Quit India Movement, between 1935 to 1939, what was the condition of India? What was the progress of freedom struggle in India? That we are going to discuss. 1935 Government India Act to 1939. These 4 years, beginning of World War II. During that period, what was the condition? Gandhiji once again went to the Sabarmati, and 1935 Government India Act was given. In the meantime, Purna Swaraj also we have seen one demand. Okay, Lahore session of 1929, Nehruji, radical movement, they started the Purna Swaraj, complete independence. But unfortunately, the British did not give any complete independence. Even they did not promise also. Instead of giving complete independence, they provide that is none other than the some powers they wanted to give. In the meantime, the rise of Hitler, Mussolini, Hitler's attack on Poland, 1st September 1939. 1st September 1939, Hitler attacked the Poland, and that was the beginning of World War II, immediate cause for the World War II. When the World War II started, by that time, India was ruled by British. I hope you know that. And Indian leaders were a little bit more aggressive. And that, in fact, Indian National Congress became young and very popular also. So many leaders were there. And we conducted one election also. provincial election. They provided that autonomy, no? Based upon that, we conducted one election also, provincial election, 1937, first election in India, provincial election. They divided India into 11 province. They gave a chance for conducting election, and based upon limited voters, we conducted the election. In that election, please note down, in 1937 election, 8 province Muslim League. Even Muslim League unable to show its better condition in Muslim dominated areas also. They lost and they secure only 4.4 percentage votes in this election. 3 seats and 4.4 percentage seats in this election. In spite of that, 1937, in spite of that, I'm raising 1%, try to remember. In spite of this lower, meager percentage of votes, how do the British able to create a independent country within this 10 years, 1937 to 1947? We'll discuss in later part. In the meantime, Second World War started, 1939. Charan, are you understanding? Charan, are you understanding and writing now? Please understand and try to note down the points, okay? Whatever the doubt, if you have, you can consult. So after this, during this Second World War, we know only one change happened. Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Japan shifted its power from the Entente to Alliance. Okay, Germany, Italy, it supported to Germany. Japan shifted from Triple Entente to Triple Alliance. Okay, it left the America, Russia, France, England, and joined with the hands of Germany and Italy. During this period, the Indian National Congress, as we know, very prominent. Here, one important incident occurred. British government at the time of World War I took the permission of Indian National Congress and declared India's participation in the war. But here in the Second World War, British did not consult to any Indian National Congress leaders. They were elected leaders. In spite of election, in spite of elected leaders, British government did not consult to anyone. Without consulting anyone, directly they declared that India is participating to England in this war. So that was a huge insult for the Indian leaders. As a result, all the Indian leaders, they resigned. The elected 11 province, most of the 8 province, they resigned. By that time, British had taken wartime power in its hand, arbitrary arrest, and so many people were jailed, and any people, those who oppose the British government, suppressed. So many punishment, directly they sent to the jail. Such type of cruel rule we can see during this beginning of World War II, 1939. Okay. During this period, one more leader we able to get, and he was none other than more aggressive. Okay. And about that leader we will complete in the meantime. Then we will go to the further Second World War. He was born in 23rd January 1897, Cuttack. Very intelligent, we can say. Please note down that 23rd Jan 1897 at Cuttack. Cuttack means, I hope you are understanding who is he. Very prominent, completed his ICS. By that time, Indian Civil Service exam, he cleared his English ICS under the British government. He left the job at the age of near about 23, 24, when Gandhiji started that non-cooperation movement. To join in the non-cooperation movement, he left the job and joined the non-cooperation movement, active member of Indian National Congress, very good supporter of Gandhiji, but little bit difference. What is the difference? Gandhiji's principles he didn't like. Okay, at the time of he became the Tripura. Yeah, in 1939, 39, 40, during this time, when Indian National Congress met at Tripura session, in the Tripura session, he became the president of Indian National Congress also, very active member of the Indian National Congress. But unfortunately, his policy was quite different than that of Gandhiji. I hope we are understanding about whom we are discussing. Okay, may I know? Did not still now you didn't get the idea about whom we are talking. Okay, he is the person who created his own army as like the Garibaldi
Subhash
of
Chandra Bose.
Italy. Yeah, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, so similarly, as in Italy unification, Garibaldi created his own army called Red Shirts. Similarly, he has created his own army, Azad Hind Fauj, Indian National Army. Okay, about Subhash Chandra Bose we are discussing. He was a great prominent leader, but he didn't believe, he didn't like that we can achieve the independence merely with non-violence and all this. As a result, he has a little bit controversy with the ideology of Gandhiji. He was a great admirer of Gandhi. Only problem was he didn't believe on the principles of Gandhi, non-violence and satyagraha. That's why he wanted to little bit aggressive, and he created some of the, as we know, that radical movement, he suggested Congress to give recognition to the radicals. Radical means Bhagat Singh, Jairaj Guru, Sukhdev, those who are little bit aggressive leaders. But Congress was not that happy to follow or the give suggestion or the what is that, recognition to the radicals. So he resigned from that Congress. He created his own party. He became a very active member in the West Bengal. Okay, he was a national, state-wise Congress leader also, president also, so many works. But because of this radical ideology, there was a little bit difference between Congress and Subhash Chandra Bose. As a result, he resigned. He created his own party, Forward All India, Forward Bloc, one party. Still now, till today, this party is working, children. All in West Bengal, you will get this party with a tiger as a symbol, regional party. Till now, it is working. Okay, All India Forward Bloc he created, and then he had taken some aggressive ideology. Because of that, he was arrested, and Netaji was Chitra, and Netaji had a great support from Chittaranjan Das. Okay, Chittaranjan Das only made active member in that Congress. He gave a scope. Swarajya Party, when it was created, he became the member of that Swarajya Party also for a few days. Okay, but later on he created his own party, as we know that. Okay, All India Forward Bloc. So now Gandhi, this Subhash Chandra Bose, if you'll see, during the Second World War, when it was broke out, he took a entire India. He visited at the time of 1939-40, and he provoked all the Indians. He wanted to get the support from the Indians to make a revolutionary activity, to fight with the British, to not to simply, as a result, British government arrested him, home arrestee, and then from that home arrestee, he escaped. Okay, 25th May 1940, a special session of the Bengal Province Conference of the Forward Bloc was held in Dhaka. In this conference, it was resolved to observe the July 1940 Sirajudaulah Day. In that Sirajudaulah Day, because of that black hole tragedy and all this, he was arrested. He was kept in the home arrestee. 26th Jan 1941, Bose escaped from that
The meeting
home
will end,
arrestee.
sir. Shall we join once again?
Yeah, ma'am. 3 minutes. Okay, ma'am. Okay.